Oh, I hope I'm being clearly visible and audible to all of you. This is day 65 of recording daily scheduled videos for next 75 days. And if you've been watching all these series of videos from playlist 0 to 1, I'm sure you all are into this boring lectures, right? And all this boredom will pay off one day. All right, just persevere it and keep your grit and fortitude alive within you. Okay, and one day it will for sure pay off. On that note, let us start our today's video. Here we will talk about cyber warfare. How is it a key player in global conflicts, right? For that matter, we'll understand how the cyber warfare is changing from the traditional warfare that we used to see, right? Again, I've made a clear another video for this where the cyber warfare has replaced the traditional combat warfare. And if you guys have any queries, or if you guys lack knowledge about the very cyber warfare and the traditional combat warfare, then you all are, you know, you all can watch that video. All right, so that's the now let us start our today's video and let us see how the cyber warfare is being a key player of global conflicts. First is, let us understand why the cyber warfare matters. First, its strategic advantage. Nation use cyber operation to disrupt critical intelligence, right? For that matter, we have not just intelligence but also the huge infrastructure, right? We can use the cyber operation to disrupt the critical infrastructure like power grids, financial system, and communication networks. And this can weaken an opponent without firing even a single shot, right? So that's the first advantage and why the cyber warfare matters. Second is espionage and intelligence. uh, all right, perfect. Cyber tools allow states to steal sensitive military, political, or for that matter, socio-economic information, often undetected. Right here, with some sort of covert, uh, we can call it hacktivist and anonymous people gathering a lot of military, political, and socio-economic intelligence, that too without being detected. Right? This is the very advantage of cyber warfare. Right? Now, third point why it matters is psychological impact. Disinformation campaigns spread through social media can destabilize the societies, influence election, and erode trust in the institution, right? Again, this cyber warfare is being used as a great weapon for the false information to spread and create a propaganda among the citizens, right? Where it can divert the election result from the totally, uh, it can transform the whole ball game, right? With just one false information, right? So that's the third advantage, why this cyber warfare is being a key player in global conflicts. And lastly, we have cost effective power. Compared to traditional military warfare, or for that matter, such physical campaigns that our military used to carry, cyber attacks and relatively, you know, comparatively to the military traditional combat warfare, this cyber warfare is very inexpensive and can cause mass disruption, maybe not physically, but mentally, emotionally, psychologically. You can make that other nation knee down in front of you with cyber warfare, right? So that's how it is being a key player among the global conflicts. All right, that was the first part of our today's video, just to understand why it matters. Now let us look into the real world example of this cyber warfare. First is Russia Ukraine conflict. Cyber attacks have targeted Ukraine's government system, you know, energies, networks, and even civilian communication platforms, right? So that's how lethal. cyber warfare is, right? All these activists are very lethal, right? Therefore, it becomes very unprecedented for any country to predict and detect such actions, or for that matter, such operation carried out by an opponent. Okay? That's the one real world example we can witness between Russia and Ukraine. That's the number one. Number two is US and China tensions. Acquisition of intellectual property, theft, and surveillance through cyber means have funded and fueled geopolitical rivalry among the China and US. I'm so sorry, between China and US. Okay? That's the second real world example we can see. And thirdly and lastly is global ransom global ransomware attacks, where groups sometimes backed by states have crippled hospitals, corporation, and governments, blurring the line between crime and warfare. So that's again a real world example where where there is a very hazy line between uh, cooperation and crime. All right, that's there. I'm so sorry. Cooperation and warfare and crime. All right, I hope you all got it right. The In a nutshell, the cyber warfare itself is very unprecedented. All right, very unexpected for that matter, where you can't even distinguish whether it's a crime or warfare. Okay, that's there. Now, let us see this in a bigger spectrum. And in summation, the cyber warfare is not just about hacking computers, it's about reshaping the battlefield itself. All right. It merges technology, psychology, and geopolitics, making every nation vulnerable, regardless of its military size, its economy, and in fact, some analysts argue that next major war, probably the World War III, could be fought move in cyberspace that on land, sea, or air. Not, so that's how things are. Cyber warfare is very persistent and prevalent, and what this particular para is emphasizing is now the next World War 3, right? I mean, the World War 3, we can witness it in more cyberspace rather than land, air, or sea. Okay, that was the video of our topic for the day, and may God bless all of you and all your efforts. Do well in life, guys, and join and Jai Bharat. Let's go.